Hello, you're welcome. In this video, we are going to be looking at how you can create and customize your scatter plots, scatter charts in ThinkCell. So to create your scatter plot in ThinkCell, what you need to do is to come to your chart and select a scatter. So you create it on this slide and it shows you the default data that we have here. So we can edit this data that we have here. So in my case, I want us to work with our recent release of products. So we released our Android and our iOS product to different states in Nigeria. And we want to compare the various ratings that we got for the Android and the iOS devices users. So what I will do is to enter my Android here and enter iOS here. Then I'll need to clear this information. Then I'll enter some states here. So here, let me enter Kaduna. So these are states in Nigeria. Enter Katsina, enter Kano. Then I'll enter Enugu, I'll enter Abia, and I'll enter Imo. Here I'll enter Ogun, Oyo, and Lagos. So we released these products to these very states in Nigeria. Now, let's compare based on the ratings that we got for each of them. So now you will notice that I have Kaduna, Katsina, and Kano here, and then I grouped them under this A. So let's change this A to Northwest. And for this B, where we have Enugu, Imo, and Abia, let's change it to Southeast. So this is how the grouping works. So you can see for all these very series that are within this group up to this point, they are all under this first group. So once I enter another group here, all the series until I enter another group will be under this very one. So in this case, Enugu, Abia, and Imo will be under Southeast. And then the final one will be Southwest. So Ogun, Oyo, and Lagos are all under Southwest. So let's enter the various ratings that we have, which we want to compare. So for each of these very products, we got ratings. So I will enter the ratings that we got. So these are the ratings that we got for these very devices after we released the Android and the iOS version. Now let's compare this on our scatter plot. So if we move to our scatter plot, you can see how it looks here. Let me expand it a bit. So here you can easily see that our iOS got a 4-star rating from Imo and a 3-star rating for the Android. Then for our Oyo and Kano, you can see they both got 3-star rating for the Android, and the iOS got a 5-star rating. So we can actually customize this our scatter plot by clicking on it. So the first thing that I want to do is to remove this outline. So let me remove the outline that we have here. You can see we no longer have outline here. Now, another thing that we can do, by right click, we can add label here so that it's easy for us to see the compared numbers. So if I add label here, you can now see that for Imo, it is 3 and 4. So the first number is always from the x-axis and the second number is from the y-axis. And if you look here, you see that our x-axis contains the Android and our y-axis contains the iOS. So it's easy for us to see that for Imo, the Android rating was 3 and the iOS rating was 4. Now for Kaduna, the Android rating was 4 and for the iOS, it is 3, as we can see here. So this is how the customization helps us. Now, we can also add legends so as to see our grouping. So you remember when we were working on the data sheet, we grouped based on the regions. So if we select this add legend, you can now see that we are able to see, based on the coloring now, northwest, southeast, and southwest. So when we look directly here, it's easy for us to say that Imo belongs to the southeast and Abia belongs to the southeast. Okay. Now for this blue, which is for Kano, we can see that it is for the northwest and so on. So these are just things that we can be able to do when it comes to customization of our scatter plot, so as to be able to tell a convincing story to our audience and the stakeholders. So there are many tricks that you can use to customize your scatter plot, and these are the very important ones. And I hope you've been able to find them helpful. Please, if you found this video helpful, kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.